afternoon, everyone. It's a pleasure to welcome you today and to the session, Digitalization and Advantages of E-Learning for Workers in Hazardous Areas. This is going to be presented to you by Morten Aisen from Trainer, located in Tønsberg, Norway. So it's my privilege to give a biography of Morten. Morten is responsible for customer interactions and the internalization of Trainer. His career contains decades within the maritime sector, the latest 7 years in a leading maritime education company. Morten has vast experience from companies developing digital training solutions and competence management solutions for the oil and gas sector. So now I hand it over. Thank you, Mr. Aisen.
Thank you, Jennifer. Hello, everyone. Let me share my screen here. Trainer, we have a history of over 30 years. We are the market leader in north of Europe in everything that has with electrical safety training. We are headquartered in Norway, but we have offices in Sweden, and we have arms out in Europe. We have more than 30 years experience on developing e-learning, or where we started as developing computer-based training early 90s. Every year we sell more than 120,000 course licenses in this specific niche area. We are represented in forums, different committees, both nationally and internationally, on everything that has with electrical safety and safe behavior in hazardous area. Everything we do in Trainer is dedicated to safety, and that is what we are working on. So, what is the advantages of e-learning? It's available anytime, anywhere, and you get a standardized training about for all your workers. Engaging e-learning prevents knowledge fading. Many training structures are like you are trained every 5th year. We believe that e-learning can be used as intermediate training between the cycles of 5 years. It's cost saving because it reduces travel and the days workers are away from work. You ensure quality because you have central updates and improvements, and you have a central administration and progress report, so administrators and training manager can follow the progress of the learners. It helps companies to meet their ESG requirements by reducing the travel and make training available for as many as possible. And for multinational companies, it's easy to multi-language, and you make ensure that everyone has the same type of training. So what do you need to make good e-learning? You need to have subject experts. And in Trainer, we have the best available within the fields we are making e-learning. You need to have script writers. You need to have pedagogues and educators. And you need, if you are going to make e-learning how Trainer are making e-learning, you need to have motion designers and filmmakers. And you need to have system developers and UX designers to develop the systems that you are going to present the e-learning in. At Trainer, we have developed this modular 3D world we call Electricity. This is a world that we have developed now for 6-7 years, containing more than tens of thousands of 3D elements. Everything prepared to make realistic scenarios and recreate real situations for the workers. So this is how Electricity looks like. And this is built up with elements.
Just a quick interruption. My apologies, Morten, but
Yeah.
we can't see the full presentation. It's still in notes mode rather than slide view. So if you're going from slide to slide, we haven't been able to see it.
You have not been able to see it. Okay.
Thank you.
Do you see it now?
There you go. Perfect. Thank you, sir.
Okay. So this was the screen. Okay, then I will continue here about electricity. This is electricity. It's built up of tens of thousands of 3D elements developed over 6-7 years in Trainor. And where we can add in this world, we add different elements to recreate different situations. So here we have a human, and this human can have different equipment. You can add personal protection equipment. You can add more elements. You can add a truck. See, you can more people. You can add like mountains in the background, oil rig, gas station. You have winter time, like you have in Norway. You have can be foggy, nighttime, all to make real situation and recreate the real situations. So we have all these different elements that we have recreated, where we make real situations, and you will soon see how this, when we use these situations, this environment, and put it together with motion and different effects, how it will look. So now I will try to share a video when we put everything together, and our movie makers has done their job. Can you see this screen? Yes. So everything we do on e-learning, we are using the Unreal Engine. This is a gaming engine, and the same gaming engine PlayStation are using when they are creating their games. And Xbox are using the same engine. And when Disney are making their animation movies, they are making this in the Unreal Engine. And this is to make sure that we can recreate real scenarios, real situation, and engage the learner. So why have we developed this world that we call electricity? Is to make engaging e-learning to motivate the learner. It's user-friendly and to recreate real relevant content. And sure, this is high tech education, and with using the Unreal Engine and the animations we have made in electricity, we can ensure a high academic precision in the learning that we present. It's a cinematic storytelling. It's very rich in content, compared to traditional e-learning that are typically PowerPoints where you have present information with someone reading the information. With the way we are making e-learning, we can present much more information in a shorter time, so it's much more efficient training. The e-learning we are making are optimized for all digital solutions and screens like iPads and phones and PCs, whatever. It's easy to maintain and update, and everything we do in electricity today is ready for VR. We have projects on VR today, and we are ready to go further with VR when we believe it's commercially, we can adjust it commercially, and the volume will be there. I will show one more movie. This is from the start of one of our learning films. It's a learning film we call EX Marking. So this is taking a start of a real course.
Welcome to this course on EX equipment markings. This course looks at how equipment that is going to be installed or used in hazardous areas is marked and what these markings actually mean. We assume you are familiar with the concept of zones, zone maps, and gas and dust groups. All equipment that will be used or installed in a hazardous area must be constructed in a way that ensures it cannot become an ignition source. Such equipment must also be marked. The markings tell us which zones the equipment is designed to be used in, what external influences it can withstand, what method of explosion prevention has been used, and the types of gases or dust particles it may safely be exposed to. This is an international marking system, overseen by the International Electrotechnical Commission, the IEC. All European countries and some other countries follow certain additional requirements in accordance with an EU directive called ATEX. These marking systems are different, but the ATEX markings serve as additional marking. We begin by taking a closer look at a plate bearing IEC-approved markings.
Yeah, Morgan, I think you need to unmute yourself again.
Okay, there I am. Hello. This is how the e-learning trainer are making look like. All the e-learning we are making is in this quality. We have made a library of over 15 hours of this quality e-learning for workers in hazardous areas. It's unique in the world. There's nothing like it. And we now see an enormous interest from certification companies, from the big oil majors, from the big industries, that this is a needed learning. This is needed learning for these industries. I will show you one more example. It's from a course or a promo video from a course we call EX Fundamentals.
Sometimes a single spark can change everything, especially if you're in the wrong place without proper knowledge. Trainer's course, EX Fundamentals, gives you training in explosive protection, choice of equipment, markings, and everything else you need to work safely in hazardous areas. You'll find the course online.
So in Scandinavia and north of Europe, we have most of the biggest clients available. We have all the oil majors. We have all the biggest industries. We are now with this EX library that we have made for international markets. We are now spreading out throughout the world, where we are partnering with different companies. And we see an enormous interest for what we are doing, because there is nothing like what we are making in the world today. So with e-learning from Trainer, we save lives, we protect assets, and we reduce cost with the most engaging e-learning available in the market. So thank you. That's all for me. If there are anyone that would like to contact me, you will find my contact information on trainer.no.
And I'd like to open it up to see if anyone has any questions while we're here. Please put them in chat, or if you're able to come off mute.
Yeah, we have a question over here. Just speak to the microphone, if you like. I think he can hear you.
Yeah. Hello, thank you for your presentation. I just had a question within your organization. If you're obviously using a gaming engine, but I'm wondering how you engage instructional designers or course designers to work with the game designers. How does that work within your organization so that the instructional designers would come up with a methodology for the learning?
I think the advantage that we have in Trainer is that we have all the functions in-house. We have the subject experts, we have the motion designers, we have the instructional designers, we have the script writers, we have everyone internally, and they have over the years learned to work in tandem, because we see other companies trying to hire subject experts, trying to hire different services on projects to make this kind of complex e-learning. And they don't manage to make the quality that we are making. So yes, we have a system in place, and the advantage is that we have everything in-house, and they are working in tandem, and they are dedicated to make e-learning. Of course, the subject expert, that is the key, because this needs to be accurate, or else you will be arrested immediately if what you present is not accurate. And they need to be there always, and they will need to be dedicated to make e-learning and work together with the filmmakers and the instructional designers and everyone. Hope that answered your question.
That was great. Thank you.
Anyone else?
I'm not seeing any questions in chat. So if there's no one else from the audience, then I think that we are good. Thank you so much, Morten. Oh, Christoph has asked a question. Which forms, methods of interaction are used in your trainings?
Today, they are quite linear. We are working on different gaming projects, and we will implement gaming into our learning. But today they are linear, and you have an assessment. Of course, you have questions underway to kind of confirm that you have understood the message. and there's an end assessment at the end. But yes, we will implement gaming elements and more interaction. But it's hard to make interactions that are kind of useful and that are fit for the job. But yes, definitely that is something we are working on to be even better on.
And Christoph says, thank you. Any additional questions? All right. Thank you.
Thank you.